Many of you might know Sylvester Stallone. Rambo, right? Yeah, Rambo. There is a story behind his 90s movie, maybe 1976 or so. The name of the movie was Rocky. There's a story behind that movie that I finally find out in one of his interviews. Rocky was one of his I think it's even his first movie. Sylvester Stallone was married. He was poor. He had no money, and his wife always cursing him, telling him to go get a job, and always policing him about the house. He had two kids. So this is what happened. Rambo decided not to get a job because he thought if he got a job, he's gonna lose his bite. He wanted to be an actor. So what happened is one day he did the most ridiculous thing. He took his wife's jewelry and sold it. And that's when his wife said, I've had it. I mean, this is it. And he took the two kids with her and left. And he was all on his own with his dog, just his dog with him. And he was so starving that he has to sell his dog for $25 in front of a liquor store. When he did this, one day he was going around, he was walking by from a library, and then he picked up a book. It was written by one of the greatest writer, to say the least. His name was Edgar Poe. He picked up one of his book, and he was reading it. And the page he started reading, the writer was explaining, why not do something for the people? Write something that make people happy. So one day he was in his room and he was watching a fight between Muhammad Ali and one white guy that he was fighting, and this guy was so persistent, he doesn't quit. Muhammad Ali keep beating this guy and he keeps coming back, and this was so frustrating. So he said this could be a story, this could be a movie. Guess what? He started writing it down. Writing it. According to him, he wrote for 20 hours. He didn't sleep. When he finished writing it and when he was done, he took it to the first film industry. They told him this is so predictable. Everybody's going to know what's going to happen next. No, just take it away. And he wrote this down. He wrote this story down. The second company that he went to, they believed in the script. They told him, hey, we'll buy this from you, and we'll buy it for $100,000. What happened is that Sylvester Stallone Rambo didn't want it to be a writer, just a writer. He wanted to be an actor. So he told him, yes, let's get it going. And then they told him, okay, just give us the script and that's it. He said, no, I'm going to be the main actor in this movie. They said, no, you're not famous. How can we take you? And they decided to take someone, I think his name was Brian O'Neill. He was also an American actor and he was a boxer, and he would fit into that role. But Rambo said no. He said, this is my script and I want to be the main actor in this movie. They said him, okay, you can go. And then he took his script home. Because this film industry know the value of that script, they called him with an offer of $325,000. This was really deep. But Rambo said no. I want to be the main actor in this movie. This is my writing. I want to be the main actor. This is a story of persistence. This is a story of knowing what you want and how you want it, and not letting the influences of money or anything influence you. This guy knows what he wants, and he's not gonna quit until he gets it. So later, this film industry called him back and said, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna pay you only $35,000 and you will play the movie. He said, okay. When he was given this money, the first thing that he did was to go back in front of that liquor store and was looking for that person that he sold his dog to. He wanted to buy his dog back. He said this dog gave him an unconditional love that his wife couldn't give him. So one day, the person that owns the dog came by and said, hey, you have a good dog. You know, this dog is really caring and really obedient. And he said, sir, I would like to buy the dog back. Of course, you're right. The person didn't agree. He said no. He said, okay, I paid you. You paid me $25. I'll pay you $1,000. This person said, no, this is my dog now. You can have it back. So this was really frustrating to him. But later, he bought this dog for $15,000 and a roll in Rocky for the person. Can you imagine how much he loves his dog to pay so much and give so much in order to get it back? This is what finally happened. That movie was expected and was estimated to yield at least $1 million. But this movie was the greatest at that time. It yielded $200 million and also won the Oscars. And this is what Rambo said. He wrote down everything that those last film industry didn't said when he went to the movie, and that was his speech on the Oscars. That was what he wrote when his movie won the Oscars. And that's how we should be. That's how persistent we should be. And now he's a popular actor. He's worth millions of dollars now. What is $25 now to him? And this is being persistent and knowing what you want, when you want it, and how you want it. If you can find the circumstances that you want, you create them. So, it's a story of persistence. It's a story of courage. It's a story of confidence. It's a story of integrity that is a valuable lesson for anyone who is pursuing something worthwhile. So, keep working on yourself. And I hope you find this story very inspirational and go to work on your own dream. Thank you.